So, hey, good evening, everyone. I'm so glad you've made it. You had some free time to dedicate to our today's event, which will be dedicated, in this case, to AI tools, which you can employ in your work as UI and UX designers. My name is Veronica. I'm going to take a few moments of this webinar just to remind you of some organizational issues, some structure, and general questions, and then I will give my word to Dara to present the main topic of the event. So let's go quickly by the structure. This webinar will have strictly two parts. The one and the main and the biggest one dedicated to the topic, where Dara will tell everybody everything she knows basically about all of the AI tools. What is it? How can you use them? What are those examples you can imply to your workflow? And then we shall have a Q&A session closer to the end. That means if you have sent some questions beforehand that we received, or you may have questions like on the go, we shall address those later. That being said, please, if you have any questions like at the moment, you can write them down in live chat, for example, and we shall try and answer them as we are. But if we miss them, in case this happens, I will come back to them at the end of the webinar. And also, if those are more general questions and not on the point, we'll also look at them at the end. So please don't worry. I hope we won't miss anything. As for the recording will be sent to you via the email you used in the registration form, alongside with the presentation and maybe some additional resources if they will be needed to help you get the correct answers to your questions. And while we're talking, can you please say hi, hello, just to check if the connection is good, if you can see me and hear me, if you can see the presentation, if just is everything like on the go and ready. As for the organizational things, I think that's all from me. While I'm waiting for your responses, please don't be shy, be proactive during the event, because the main part where we are going to show you the tools that you can use as UI UX designers, those will be on your demand. So if you will see something interesting, you would like to practice, you would like to maybe take a closer look, so please don't be shy and write in the live chat any comments, and just for us to know what is the most interesting part for you. So I don't see for now any comments, but I hope everything's good. You can see us, you can hear us. And if there are some problems with internet connection or with the sound, with the video quality, again, just write that in the live chat. I'll fix that. And without further ado, I'll go with the word to our today's speaker. Dara, please tell us about the topic and a little bit about yourself.
Hello, happy to hear you. Well, I would like to say that today we will discuss tools for UX UI designers, and I believe that it will be useful for everyone. In case if you have any question, please feel free to text it in chat right away, and we will proceed this question after some slide that we will discuss in the presentation. So no need to wait till the end of the presentation. We can discuss the questions right in the process. So what we will discuss today, that would be great to cover. But first, I would like to say a few words about myself. So I'm a UX UI designer more than 6 years. Right now, I'm a design lead at Leonardo, and I also am a teacher at Beetroot Academy. I will be happy to share my experience today with you. So what we will discuss today? Of course, it will be the role of AI in UX UI design. We will walk through the AI tools that are useful for the designers. Also, we will check few tools, few AI tools for Figma, as a Figma plugins as well. And we will definitely discuss your questions. We will definitely discuss the benefits and some risks of using AI. So let's start. And again, any questions, please text it in right away in the chat. So what is the role of artificial intelligence in design? Will it take our job? Will it do designs instead of us? And will UX UI design be fully replaceable by the AI tools? Speaking about it, no, definitely no. At least not on these terms that we have now. So let's start with the beginnings and check what artificial intelligence is. So let's imagine you have a tool which you can teach to understand something. For example, I have a tool and I want to teach it to understand the colors. I'm telling this tool, this is blue, this is red. And after that, this tool will understand these colors, which color is one. And after that, it will be able to differentiate these colors. Uh, as long as this is fully controllable by humans, I believe this is also the thing that is a blocker for artificial intelligence to take our jobs, for sure. So, if we are speaking about the benefits that AI can give us in terms of the UX UI design, first of all, we can do the user-centric personalization much more better. We can create interfaces, we can create the adaptive designs and adapt it to the user's needs. So, for example, there is a tool named Uizard. Today we will discuss it a bit later. We will overview it. And for example, I want to create different ideas for some specific product I'm working on. And I'm creating the detailed prompt, what I would like to see, and then Wizard will propose me different ideas, what he can offer, what it can offer, yeah? And in that case, if I want a user-centric personalization, but not just a regular prompt result, I can differentiate my request, add more details, and based on it, the AI tool will give me better results. Next thing, what is really amazing is data-driven decision making based on the information that some AI tools may collect from the internet. For example, let's say it's ChatGPT or Leverage AI analytic tools. We can analyze users' interactions with designs. We can, for example, with Leverage AI tools, by the way, we can share the screenshot or maybe the medium fidelity wireframe. And this tool can analyze the usability. This tool can analyze will it have some issues? One more thing, also still very important, is the accessibility. Where can we go without the accessibility in case if this is one of really important terms? For accessibility, we can use the Dream Studio. And for example, if we tested it with AI, we can share the website link, and Dream Studio can check and simulate various user experiences. Also, there is a tool like Chrome plugin, and it can help us to check accessibility on the existing website. We will also share it a bit later. So what can we achieve with AI as well? It's the efficiency and as well as automation. Of course, I believe you heard about different Figma plugins, different tools that will help you to automate your processes and will do that faster. Even if you want to create a list of, for example, a script for your user interviews, like the basic questions that you would like to go through and without additional questions, unfortunately, because AI don't understand the specific discussion which will happen right in that moment. So you are creating the request for AI tool, and it will share you the recommended list of the questions based on your request. And why am I repeating this thing again and again about this based on your request? Because based on how detailed and how clear you will describe your request to the AI tool, based on this, it will generate good or not good results. It can be productive, and it still can, but it's still learning. So it is the thing that we all should remember. Okay, so what else can we do with AI? Of course, it's a better user experience in general, as we will have deeper insights. Let's discuss the example. So for example, we want to analyze the user feedback based on the survey that we had before. And we sharing the results of the survey to the ChatGPT, the list of results as a text message, and we creating the request to help ChatGPT generate the results, the insights, and the recommended actions. First of all, it will speed up the process of reviewing this. And anyway, I would still recommend to read the results very carefully, check the results that ChatGPT will propose to you. Okay, and the next thing is the creative content generation. So we can generate, as I mentioned a bit earlier, we can generate the ideas, the screens, for example, mobile screens or web screens with Uizard or with Figma plugins that are also include artificial intelligence. It is also possible. And why we may need it, in case if we want to search for inspiration, to generate a template on which we will move on with our further designs, etc. Okay, so what else can we improve with AI tools? Well, as I mentioned before, also it's the professional mockup creation, but it's also the thing that may be tricky on this step because depending on how detailed you will discuss your request and depending on how good the AI tool understand you and how good AI tool is created, it's very tricky moment. For example, as an option, we can discuss as an example, we can discuss the Pitch AI tool. This is AI tool for generating the templates for presentations, and it's a really great tool because you are detailedly describing your prompt, waiting for AI a bit of like 1 minute, for example, and you waiting so it will generate your presentation template. It will generate it based on your request, of course, and it will generate it close to the structure that you may want to see on the results. And then, of course, you can edit the texts, for example, with ChatGPT if you want to speed up this process. And also you can edit or add another slides. Okay, and what can I say about AI? Of course, it's the conscious learning that we may improve with AI tools, because one thing you need to know about it is AI tools may answer you, for example, the chatbots like ChatGPT may answer you to any of your question. The tricky thing here is that they may have the correct answer or the wrong interpretation of your request. So it's based on how careful you are searching for the information as well. Do we have any questions so far? Can we move on?
Right now we can move on, but I'll read a small request to discuss also AI tools that help generating images, because Veronica says that she tried Leonardo and Midjourney and she's not happy with the results. So it's just like, pencil note for us to come back later when we will discuss the tools.
Okay, we do have it in our plan while we'll be overviewing the Figma plugins. But speaking about it now, I would like to respond honestly that no AI tool will make as good illustrations as you would like to see instead of human, because AI tool don't have the empathy. AI tool not sure how to show, for example, if this is a human illustration. AI tool may not. AI tool most likely will not be able to help you with it. And also, if we are speaking about the illustrations or photography, then AI tool may help you with a simple request or with the templates, as well as different other different tools. Not only I'm speaking not only about the illustrations or photos. Okay, so let's discuss the challenges and the limitations of the AI tools. And to be honest, previously we had few words about it, but let's discuss it right now. So, of course, it has some limitations based on how it created, based on how we generating the requests. Of course, AI tools usually have some generalization issues. Instead of giving very detailed, specific answer, at least for the first answer, they most likely will share very generalized response. So you will need to clarify and add additional questions so the AI tool will understand you. So it's a process. Okay, the next thing is the ethical dilemmas and also the accountability. AI tools may have issues with that because mostly, for example, the same ChatGPT may not understand these differences. Speaking about the quality data, different AI tools may have different sources of information. And in case if these sources have a lot of internet data, not only specific data that is created for this tool, in that case, this data may be absolutely different. So it may be, the response will fully be reliable on your request. So in case if you are asking what is better, what's the, like, is blue better than red, for example, the AI will respond, of course, blue is better than red. But if you will ask you, is red better than blue? Then AI will respond, yes, red is better. I'm speaking not only about the colors, but about the different example of a different formulation of the synthesis. Okay, next thing, which is a great limitation, like big limitation for the AI, is the lack of understanding and expertise. For example, if you want to search in ChatGPT some very deep information about the UX/UI design, how to create, how correct, what is the difference, for example, between design thinking and product design thinking methodology, it may not answer, it may not have the correct answer, basically. Also, it depends on the data and when this data were updated, of course. And same for the Uizard, same for other AI tools. They may not understand you, and as well as they may not understand how to do the thing that you are asking. Yeah, unfortunately, AI has some biases as well, and they may have the fairness issues, same as depending on which data on which data the response was based. Okay, another thing is interpretability and the explainability. So it's about the thing when, for example, you may ask one thing, but AI tool may think that you asked another thing and respond to you as you was asking about that another thing. It is a bit difficult situation in case if you're a newcomer, for example, in some specific field, and you would like to know the new term, and better in that case, ask, for example, Google or ask the mentor in that case. Okay, and the next thing is, of course, the limited creativity and limited context understanding. In case of this information, AI tools don't have much creativity, unfortunately, because they don't have creative thinking as humans have. So in case if you want to search for ideas, you may search for ideas because AI may propose you different templates, for example. But in case if you want to move on with one specific idea and think how you can improve this idea, in that case, AI will not help you, unfortunately. Okay, so the next thing is just to remember that these limitations are really important to know. in case if we will not know about this limitations of AI tools, we may have a bit different issues in that case. For example, I forgot that, or I did not know that ChatGPT may show me wrong results because I was searching in ChatGPT the term of product design thinking, but it responds to me and it says it's telling about the design thinking methodology. Yeah. And in that case, I will learn wrong thing about it. Another thing is the inaccurate decision making. For example, I just think about the example. For example, yeah, if we generating the insights in ChatGPT based on the survey results, and in that results, users have not very specific responses. For example, to understand that response better, you need to visit that interview video, for example, of the interview and see the emotion that user showing. In that case, it will be better to do by yourself if you're not having some specific surveys with pre-filled answers with options that user can select. Also, the risk that we may have is the problem resolution, problem resolution. So in case if we rely on the incorrect data, we are trying to follow the recommendations, but after following that recommendation and applying some specific decision, the issue is not resolved because we were relying on the incorrect data. Okay. Let me know if we have some questions. In case if no, we can move on. Okay, yeah, I see. Good. In case if you have anything to ask or something is not clear, please feel free to ask. So let's move on to exploring the AI tools. And first of all, we will overview the tools, and then we will go through some specific tools by covering your specific prompt. Okay, so first of all, it's a Uizard. This is the AI tool where you can generate the ideas for the design. For example, you can select the platform or you can select cross-platform design. You can describe detailed your prompt. And the next thing you are doing is picking the style. So you can try different styles with your design, or you can try different platforms as well. One thing is to mention is that Uizard is a platform that you can use for free, I believe, for 1 week, for 1 week as a trial period, and then it's a tool that you need to subscribe to use. Okay, so here we have short information about Uizard, what we can do with it. So the great thing is that we can hand draw the sketch, make a photo of it, upload it to the Uizard prompt, and then it will generate the high fidelity wireframes as an example. And also the issue that this AI tool may have is the accuracy, because it may vary based on the sketch complexity based on the request you will share. And also the customization is a bit limited, especially if you are planning to do some difficult designs for AI tools, for example, like the data visualization tables or the admin panels. Next thing is well-known ChatGPT that everyone, I believe, use at least once. So it's a language model. And in fact, you are asking, it responds. So it's sort of a chat. So what is really useful about it? First of all, you can try to share the information about persona and ask ChatGPT to act as this persona. And then you can start to collect the information based on the user interview. So you can have the user interview with ChatGPT, and it will rely on the information that you shared. So this information will be valuable, most likely. Also, simulate user interactions through chat, as previously discussed. Also, what we can do with ChatGPT is generate a copy for your designs, generate the user-friendly text, for example, or for other specific needs. Okay, as well as previous one, ChatGPT do have limitations. It very depends on the context. In case if the context is not clear for it, it will not respond correctly. It will try to find the response, but one of the main things is to read the responses in deep details, so you will see if this tool do understand you or not. Okay. So the next thing is the pitch. Previously, we mentioned it in our benefits of using AI, and the pitch is a presentation software. It generates the templates for your requests. So first you're entering the information about your presentation that you would like to see, and here on the right side we can see the example of it, and you click and start generating, and it proposes you a template. It also proposes you the text a little, but it's absolutely not detailed. So the text is the thing that you will definitely change there. Yeah, and in case if you need rapidly to create some presentations in a very short time, you can use speech, so it will help you with the template. And for example, ChatGPT will help you with the text. And it will be really high performance, I believe. Okay, so about the limitations of the pitch. We still have limited advanced design features compared to some other design tools. Another limitation is that it won't show you the required text that you would like to have. You can just change it in case if you want to have the presentation ready to share. Okay, next one is a Canva. I believe everyone heard about it. So it's the tool where you can find different templates for your designs. Also, based on its templates, you can create different elements, different screens for different platforms as well. Okay, and also we can generate designs like for different poses as well. Canva is known as the tool where you can find a lot of templates as well for the graphic design, as well for the social media. Okay, so the limitation here are also depends on your on what you're searching here. If you're searching really complex decisions, really complex designs like the admin panel or the tables, Canva do not have most likely Canva will not propose you templates for it. The next thing is a Figma plugin. It's text to design. So what is really good about it is that you can write the text and it will generate the design for mobile or web application based on your request. Another thing is that you can send the photo of the sketch hand-drawn sketch, for example, and it will generate it it will modify it in high fidelity wireframe. One of the really important things is that anything that we are receiving from AI tools, we need to review carefully and to improve, most likely. Yeah, so for the limitations for textbook design, one of the important things about it is that we might have the trial period as well for this Figma plugin, and if you want to continue using it, most likely we'll need to subscribe. And also the effectiveness may vary based on the complexity of your request, of course. Also, we can check you can check, of course, other Figma plugins where you can see AI tools functionality. For example, Automator, Musho AI, image generator by FreePic, and the Endo. If we're speaking about the image generators, this one will generate new pictures, and it's similar to Midjourney. It's somehow similar to the Midjourney. It proposes you one very high quality or four high quality options to pick. And the thing is that I also tested it before presentation, before creating presentation, and I must say that it's really similar in its results as the Midjourney, and also as a paid version. Every AI tool, especially if it's related to the illustrations, to the photos, may have its issues, and for now it's the expected result, unfortunately. Maybe further it will improve this feature. Okay, and Ando is a great tool in case if you want to generate ideas similar to the Uizard, but the main thing is these plugins are free. You can try to generate the visual designs, and it will propose you different ideas. Let me know if we do have any questions right now. We can discuss them. Okay, in that case, we may test your requests. Basically, what I would like to ask you guys is to write a specific request or write a specific difficult task, for example, that you had recently. So we will try to resolve it with AI tool. We may try to resolve it with ChatGPT, with design plugins that we reviewed, or with speech. So it may sound like, help me generate the questions for the survey for a specific product, or help me to search the ideas for some visual designs for a specific product. Let's speak about the examples.
Or maybe you just got interested in one particular tool that you would like to test. So just you can imagine a prompt, a task for us, and we shall check it using one of the tools. Just in case you can't tell us the secret projects you have. So yeah, maybe you have any requests to like some specific tool you would like to see in action? Veronica asks if we are going to try only text tools or image generators as well, because she's particularly interested in that.
We can check image generators as well.
Okay, so Veronica, maybe you have a specific topic. I don't know, like the image you need to create. Should it be for a project? Should it have like what? Can you just describe in a few words, and then we shall try to help you. We and AI, of course. Yeah, 1 minute. Okay, so we're waiting for the request from Veronica, but also feel free to write. Maybe you're interested in pitch and how you can quickly create a template for presentation, or maybe it's interesting. You're interested in some Figma plugins because they are like 4 of them and they're all pretty good, I think. So just don't be shy and write any kind of your requests in the live chat.
Yeah.
If you don't have a specific request for a tool, we can maybe come up with something. Just tell us which tool you are interested in to see again in action. While we are waiting, maybe you can tell us, have you any kind of experience with Leonardo or Midjourney in creating images? Those tools that Veronica used already?
I had a painful experience with using it, to be honest. If you want to generate only one object, it can deal with it. It's okay. But in case if you want to generate a high quality picture with a lot of elements on it, for example, with a front and the backstage, with a lot of elements on the backstage of the photo, in that case, it will crash. In fact, also I had a history from from a friend who is also a UX/UI designer, that he was trying to generate very specific photo with the birds on the background, and it proposed cats on the background, rats on the background, anything but not birds, anything. It was I don't really remember what else it proposes, but it was really confusing for Midjourney to generate only the background, but not change the front of the image. Yeah, so it's really difficult for such tools, at least for now. I'm sure it's learning. I'm sure it will be better with time, but for now it's really painful to see.
Veronica has completed the prompt for the illustration, so I will read it, and I sent also in chat for you to copy. So we shall try to create an illustration for a parent social network showing happy parents with kids, meeting with other parents, spending time together, style, warm colors, and just cute.
Okay, so I'm opening the image generator. I will share a screen in a while. I just need to find it in a new file. Okay, sharing the screen. Let me know if you can see it. Okay, good. Okay, so I already opened the plugin AI image generator by FreePic. So I'm creating the prompt specifically that Veronica just read. Let's check the suggestions for the styles. We already noted that it should be cute. Let's try to generate it. Okay, so we are waiting for magic to happen, first of all, but I believe it will take a few, like 1 or 2 minutes. It may take some time. Okay, we have the result. So that's what we see. Yeah, I think it's not that bad, as long as we are not editing it. Yeah. Let me know if this suits for your request. I believe parent for, oh, 1 second. It's the illustration. It's not the screen. It's not the visual design, because previously.
No. Yeah, she says she needs illustrations, and she says she loves it. It's great. She also asked to add anything to the prompt you think would be helpful. Do you think we should somehow improve this prompt? Do you have any tips for that?
Can you repeat the question, please?
Veronica asked to add anything to the prompt if it will help to generate a better illustration. So maybe you could look through the prompt and tell us, maybe we can somehow improve it.
Basically, what I would really recommend is if you want to generate the pictures, yeah, you need to pictures or illustrations, you need to describe it in very deep details without further editing, because when AI tools, not only with illustrations, but with the text generations, if you are editing your request for first, third, 10th time, you will see that it crash. It cannot proceed with more than 5 editings, unfortunately. So be as concrete as you can from the very beginning. If you want to add something to the illustration, like clouds on the background, text it on the very first of your requests. And that would be helpful for the AI, at least. And also, one of the most important things when you see the results of AI, the best thing is to use it, but to improve it. So you still need to have some work on it, most likely. For example, if we are speaking about these illustrations, about this specific tool, is to design it for a vector, for the SVG, but not for the PNG, for the better format, so it will be scalable and it will be better in resolution.
Veronica also has some small questions. For example, can we ask to change the main color, for example, from this like burnt orange maybe to coral? Or it's again better to specify at the beginning?
Definitely, it is better specify at the beginning in case if you want to edit it. Sure, you can edit it, but again, even if you want to change color, change the main color, and it will be in your fifth editing. You know the answer. Most likely it will crash, even if it's really a simple request in that time. Okay, maybe.
So Veronica, please tell if we answered the question. If you have any other requests or questions, and except for that, maybe anyone has other questions, requests for trying out an AI tool.
Basically, if we don't have any questions, I may show the pitch right now, because it will be simple to show basically, and I believe it's really useful. So it's the pitch app, and I already logged in. I'm clicking start with AI, and I want to generate the prompt. Help me please with it, with your inspiration. I would like to generate the prompt. So we need a presentation for which product, for which primary colors. Help me specify the key audience as well of these presentations. I mean, who are we presenting for?
For now, I don't see any requests, but we can use, for example, the idea Veronica had about parent social network app, for example.
Good idea.
I hope Veronica won't object that.
So it's a presentation about the parenting social app for clients or for parents. Let's say like this. It's a very short prompt, and it would be much better if we will have much more details. Sure, I can improvise and add more details, but I'm really interested in what will it do right now with this prompt. Because when you're in a rush, that's the thing that you often do. You are generating prompt in a rush and you have short requests. Okay, so what we see on the left side, I'm sorry. On the left side, we can see the presentation, the proposed colors as well, and proposed template. On the right side, we can choose the font, and it will change font on every screen. We also can refresh the fonts and select another one in case if you don't find what you'd like. for a specific style. Also, we can pick the color palette. And also one more thing here, you can generate more palettes, but you cannot specify one main color, unfortunately. And for example, you select in some bright but calm colors like this one, and you can move on and start editing. What do you have in result? You have fully prepared template for your presentations. All the images on the background you can replace like this. Replace on any different image that you would like. This tool already have the Unsplash images iconate and the AI tool that will help to generate your logos. So in case if you need to change the image, you can do it easily. In case if you want to change the text, you editing this text as any other text and replacing it. So previously, you have the template for your presentation, but in case if you don't need some specific slides, you can just remove it. And in case if you need another slide and find another template, you can find the specific layout that you do need. For example, this different ideas like this one, or you can open the templates and you can open the specific template that you would like to show. So each similar to the Canva on this stage, we can see different templates that we can use. So we can not only generate it with your concrete request, but we can find the template and the style that you already like, and we can use it basically like this. Okay, do you have any questions about the pitch? Maybe we can clarify it or move on.
Yeah, we have a question. Could you please tell us if is it possible to use a corporate or branded template for presentation in pitch? Maybe like download it somehow.
Download the presentation, you mean?
No, maybe download the template into the pitch to use it there.
Oh, that's an interesting question. We can import the presentation. We can import the PDF file. In case if we want to import it, it will be imported as you will edit, but not all text may be editable. But mostly you will be able to edit it, even the photos. Okay. If no more other questions about the pitch, maybe we can move on with the plugins. Okay, so Musho AI. What is it? This is the tool that helps you to generate the landings. So let's say you have some specific idea. I'll open it in a new file. You have the specific idea. You want to create the landing page for a specific startup. Maybe you can help me to generate ideas for the startups so we can start it. And at this time, I will open the Musho AI. While it's loading, we can improvise about our prompt, what we will write. Yeah, so as you can see, it's not always opening right away. But to be honest, I noticed it not only with this plugin in Figma, but with several plugins in Figma that they need some time to open for some reason. Okay, trying to open it one more time. I'll try to open in another. Oh, you see, for some reason in the new file, it won't open, but in this one, it's already opened. So as you can see, it asks us to create the new landing page. And here we have some examples that we can try. For example, here we have the community bookstore. And here we have generated by the example. Sketch a landing page for an independent bookstore with a focus on community events. Feature sections on book clubs, author readings, local literary events, and curated section of books that I hope you can see this text, and the curated section of books. Okay, so as long as this is the example of the prompt, it may be better if you will generate it by yourself, by your idea. But let's check this example, because usually examples are working the best because they have all the required information that AI tool do need. For example, we have the detailization. We have our app, like book storage. We have the focus feature, like community events. Also, we have other features that are still important to show in this landing, like book clubs, author readings, and local literary events. Okay, let's try it. As you can see, it's loading. By the way, pretty similar feature have such a tool like Framer. It also generates the landings, and they are also free, at least their first versions. Okay, so what we can see is that this tool generating the landing for us. What is really noticeable that we all can see is that this is definitely a template. It's really simple. And in case if you want some specific style, you need to text it right away in the prompt. In case if you want like shadows or gradients or some other visuals, you can text it right here. If you want a minimalism, you need to write it right away. Okay, and that's the proposed result that we have from the Musho AI. Let's say I want to have it in the brutalism, neo-brutalism style. Let's check, can this AI tool help us? Oh. Let's remix with a prompt, yeah. Let's try. For some reason, yeah, so while if I want to edit, I need to sign up or login. In case if this is a new prompt, it's fully possible to create a new information. Also in this plugin, you can see the landing pages are for free. Social media and other information are the thing that you need. As I remember, you need to subscribe first. Let's say, well, I believe that's mostly it with this plugin. In case if you want to learn it in more details, I believe it would be better if you will test it by your own. Do you have any specific questions about it, or maybe about the other plugins that we discussed?
For now, I don't see any questions, but if you have them, please write them down. We shall come back to them at the end with the Q&A session. Do we have anything else to show as for the tools, or we can move on?
Yeah, we can move on, I believe. In case if you would like to learn some tool in deep details, please let me know, or you can do it by yourself, of course. In that case, I'll move back to the presentation. Yes. So here are also examples that you may test with the AI tools. For example, create the design variations for A/B testing or provide the language translation with ChatGPT like this. Simulate user interactions with a chatbot. So it's basically with a ChatGPT. You can create illustrations. We also just tried it. Analyze competitor designs and trends. Also, ChatGPT can do that. Okay, so if we move on, we will check the risks of using an AI tools. And of course, we do have some. It's not just the limitations, but it's definitely a risks. So we have some user privacy concerns for the AI tools. And as it's collecting user data, it may also raise the privacy concerns. In case if you are uploading the results of the survey or if you're uploading the results of the interview, that would be the best option if you will ask the user you are collecting the interview with to ask him, do he agree? Does he or she agree with the sharing this information? It would be the best and the easiest way to prevent any concerns on this side. Also, it's the over automation. So when you're relying too much on the AI tool, you are not checking, you're not reviewing the results. It may be the issue, and it can definitely limit the creativity when you limiting yourself only with the results that AI tool propose without further considerations and further editings. Lack of the design transparency. Some AI algorithms can be hindering communications of design decisions. So in case if you want to check it and you want to prevent it, you need to review the results in deep details and also checking the terms and conditions. Yeah. Also, of course, it's the design biases. So, but it's based on what you will ask AI tools to generate. But it may also have the biases based on the data it collects. For example, like ChatGPT is the tool that do have a lot of information from the internet, and it have really different sides of view, I would say, and that's why some information may not be relevant or may be harmful for some people. Okay, and the next thing is the learning dependency. So in case if in fact the AI tools are still learning, and that may have some issues. They may have some troubles with generating the prompt that you would like to have, and it may definitely impact the workflow. In case if you do rely on this tool, for example, and you plan to edit the results, still you may have some issues with receiving these results, basically. Okay. And the next thing that I would like to share with you is to discuss the example of integrating an AI tool into the design process. Let's integrate it into product design thinking methodology. So on the first stage of the product definition, we can use ChatGPT for ideation sessions, for interview with the stakeholder, for brief creation, for creating the brief based on the insights from the interview, and also for creating personas based on the interview with users. We can also, for the next stage, for the research, we can apply Uizard for visual data exploration to check the analytics. And also we can use other AI tools to, let's say, to help to create like sort of a persona, create the empathy mapping and work with this information. With the next stage, we can use the ChatGPT with analysis So as we previously discussed, this example when you're sharing the survey results to generate very fast the outcomes and the insights. So we can see the recommended steps also in that case. And on the design stage, we can have Canva or Uizard in use, so we can try to generate different design solutions and previously designed concepts based on the insights that we received previously, as well as the plugins in Figma that we discussed today. And next step is validation. Basically, on the first step on the design step, we also may use plugins like Automator that will help you to automate your design processes in Figma. Basically, it will help you to automate your Figma file structure as well and components management. And if we're speaking about the validation, we can use the ChatGPT to simulate user feedback and test product ideas. We can use other analytical tools as well, so it will help us with validation. Okay. Do you have any questions so far? No questions. Okay, got it. In case if we will have anything, I believe that Veronica will let me know. Okay. And the next thing, which is really important, in case if you want to start using some AI tool, or you already using it, but you want to be more productive in it, first of all, you're setting your goal. What are you planning to improve? Next thing is the understanding of the iterative process, because AI tools are learning. And in case if you will explain them more and more what you would like to have in a result, for example, with ChatGPT, it may understand better and give you the best results. Okay, run a test on an AI tool is basically what we were trying to do today. But the best thing is when you will try it by your own and check, is some specific tool that you would like to use suitable? Do you like it? Do you want something better? Do you want better results, for example, and search for another tool? Or is this tool is the most useful that you found already? Okay, and we need to remember about the user experience. We need to have it in focus, definitely, and not to play too much with the visuals only. So we still need to have the data. We still need to have the data-driven approach, I believe. So the results will be the best. The next step that we definitely may do is the setting up the metrics. I mean, with the goals and with key results that we are planning to achieve, sorry. And of course, if you want to integrate the AI tool together, for example, in your company with your team, that would be good to discuss it together. Maybe your colleague is already using this tool, and that they may help you to have better results or to have more features of some specific tool. And the most important thing is don't rely on AI tools too much. We need to have this balance between relying on AI tools and still focusing on our creativity as well. I believe that we can move on to your questions if we have ones. Maybe something is not clear about the AI tools. Maybe you would like to see some specific AI tool in use. What do you say?
Okay, guys, so it's really time to think about if you have any questions, concerns, maybe you really would like to discuss something with Dara. We are open here for that. I will take a few minutes, or maybe even less, to come back to the questions you sent beforehand. But if you have any questions that you will write in the live chat, we'll cover them in a minute. So one of the questions was to share some examples of different tools we can use. I think we covered it pretty good. But another question was which elements of UI UX design can be created with the help of AI tools and further applied to real projects without high risk or probable troubles.
Okay, if we're speaking about the visual elements, UI elements, then I believe that simple elements can be fully created by the AI, like with buttons, with tabs, for example, with the color palette, with, let me say it, typography as well. AI tools can generate template for you, but if you don't want to have a risk that it will make us some issues, then definitely it will be a very important moment when you are checking it. For example, our buttons are they have correct height and the width to click on, so it will be easily clicked and pressed by user. And the position also, you can, as a designer, as a UX UI designer, that would be great to understand the UI principles and understand the information where you would like to locate it. AI tools may have this information, but as they are mostly focusing on your requests, if you don't enter this information in your request, not always they may apply this information by themselves. So it's really important to check everything, even if you creating the really basic information like buttons. Which other elements? You can create the templates of the pages by the templates, because you may search for inspiration, for example, for the layout or for the visual style. But again, as with any collaboration with AI tool, the final word will be yours. So you will need to finalize it or to improve the results, sort of it. But basically, if you want to create the whole design system with AI tool, I believe it's entirely possible. But and again, we need to check it. We need to make sure that it will be usable. That's it.
Okay, thank you. We have a question.
So sorry. And we're speaking about the visual elements. But if we're speaking about the UX research, sure, we can also do the different researches with assistance of AI tools. And also we need to check this information, definitely. That's it.
Okay, thank you. And we have a question in the live chat. Could you please recommend any suitable AI tools for conducting user or usability testing?
I'm not sure, do we have such an AI tool for conducting usability testing? But one of the tools that I do use is Maze tool. Let me share the screen and show it. It's just comfortable tool for the surveys, for the usability testing. Basically, Maze can collaborate with Figma, so you can insert Figma clickable prototypes and test it in a survey, so it may be fully offline, for example. You can also create A/B testing with Maze. Speaking about it, because I really like this tool and it's really useful. I think it's useful. Let me just share the screen. And yes, it's it. Here is it. Yeah, so basically you can check the information about it and here how it look. For example, you can open, create the survey or create the A/B testing, adding the Figma prototype. For example, if it's a A/B testing, you are describing the question or describing the task, adding a prototype for version A, adding a prototype for version B lower, and creating this survey. And then you will also see all the results in this tool. But again, speaking about the reviewing these results, I believe this tool do not have AI approach here. So the best version is to review it by yourself or include other AI tools. As an example, I hope I responded to question.
So let us know if that's an answer you wanted to hear, and if it's really respond to the question. And for now, we don't have any further questions, so I think we can finish here with everything. I'll just wait like a confirmation message if we answered the question, but I will take this minute to thank you guys that you spared some time to visit the webinar, to be here with us, to ask questions, to be proactive. Thank you so much. I really hope this was interesting and engaging and also helpful, because really those are great tools you can implement literally right now into your workflow, and I really hope they will help you. And thank you, of course, Dara, for presenting the topic, for answering questions, for giving such great examples. And yeah, I think with that being said, yes, we answered the questions. So just one more time, I remind you that you will have the recording of the webinar sent to you to your email with the presentation. So if you would like to come back to maybe check some information, to rewatch a certain part, for example, when we test AI tools, you will be able to do that. And yeah, that's the point where I think we say our goodbye. So again, thank you so much for your time, for your attention. And Dara, thank you so much.
Thank you for your attention.
Yay!